Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is now time for the best real estate podcast online. It is time for Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live with Mike and Dave Elkins, presented by Elite Realty Group.
Time now, we're going to give you some real estate information. We try to do that every time we go on the show, and as far as I remember, even though it's been a year, it's been a fun year, I believe every time we went live, we gave away good real estate information.
That's right. We have, yes.
We do that every time.
It's real estate time.
We like to have a little bit of fun.
We need like an intro for that too.
Yeah, I would agree with you. So I got a little picture here. The picture just tilted, and we're going to talk about today 3 tips for first-time home buyers. That's what we're going to be giving away. The real estate information right here on the show today is those 3 tips. This is beneficial information for first-time home buyers, but it's also beneficial information for anybody that is in the market or maybe in the market in the future of purchasing a home. So let's get right to it. We are now 28 minutes into the show, so we got to roll here. 3 tips for first-time home buyers. Here's the first one. Can I go first? You want to go first?
I like when you go first.
All right, so I'll go first. Here is your first tip, okay? These are in no particular order, by the way, all right? A good tip for you if you are purchasing a home, especially it being your first time buying a home, is you need to work with a local professional. Okay?
Listen to him.
You need to work with a local professional. Now, I'm going to stress local professional, okay? That means local and professional, just exactly what it says, right? That means from your real estate agent, you need to work with a real estate agent. Like, seriously, right. I don't care if you pick us or not.
Right.
Is that true?
Yes.
Like, we want you to.
Right.
We hope you do. And a lot of you already have chosen Elite Realty Group, and we appreciate that. Literally, we appreciate that from the bottom of our heart, the support you give us. But whether it's us or somebody else, there are a lot of good real estate agents in the Lakeway area.
Yes.
Use a professional because they are going to be able to help you. A lot of people think like it's just, I pick that house and I buy it and it's over. But there are so many more things that are involved with purchasing a home. That guidance, professional guidance, right. Somebody that's been trained, has the knowledge, has passed ethical standards that they've got to go by, that is nothing but benefits to you as purchasing a home. All right? So use that benefit. But again, we're talking about real estate agents, but I'm going to go deeper than that. Local loan people. And it's really important that you use even local people. Now, there's nothing wrong with the online people from other areas. We're not bashing that. There's nothing wrong with it. But I will tell you, local people, they have local market knowledge. They know exactly what's happening, what's going on with down payments, appraisals, all of those things. They know that because they're right here local. They're on top of it.
Right.
But I'm also going to go deeper. Home inspectors, pest control people. Use the people that are local here that has the knowledge of what's going on in this market. It don't do anything but benefit you. Right? It doesn't do anything but benefit you. So tip number 1 is 3 tips we're giving away today for especially first-time home buyers, but this is any home buyer.
Right.
Use local professionals in your search for homes, in your, again, inspections, your mortgages, all of those things. Use local people.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I tell people this all the time, and of course, I want to sell every house I can.
Sure.
But would it do me any good? You see this a lot. I see this a lot where people have a agent that's even in Knoxville. I'm talking 45 minutes to an hour down the road. Okay?
Right.
From where we're at right here.
Right.
An hour away.
Sure.
And they have a Knoxville agent to come here and show them houses
who
have no clue.
Right.
When they have to call you because they for one don't even have access to your MLS.
Right.
Some of them don't.
Some of them don't. No.
So, but they don't know where anything's at.
Right.
I mean, so I'm saying I have said this to people. Can I go to Knoxville and show you a house? Absolutely, I can.
You can go to Memphis.
Yeah, I can go wherever in the state of Tennessee and show you a house.
Absolutely.
Am I doing you a service?
Right.
No.
Right.
I'm probably an inconvenience to you because I don't know where nothing's at.
Right. Absolutely.
I'll still do it.
Sure.
If you want me to do it, I will still do it. But I would tell you, you would be better off to go with somebody that's local there and knows the market, knows. I mean, even though Knoxville's an hour away.
Right.
Let's go to Rogersville. Again, I've seen the same thing. People come from Rogersville. They don't know. They'll say, how close am I to, if the buyer has a question, how close am I to whatever, my job?
Right.
And I've had other agents call me and say, hey, we're here with them. They want to know how close they are to this.
Right. And it's just simply because they just don't know.
They don't know. Yeah.
Is that like a foul? Is that like wrong to do that?
Absolutely not.
No.
You can do it
because again, they can totally do that. We're just again giving you tips. Remember,
it's
this
just if you're looking for somebody, get somebody local.
Yeah, this isn't legal advice. This isn't financial advice. It's just simply our opinion. And you're probably sitting there thinking, well, you're saying that because you're local. Well, that is one reason we're saying that. 100% true, right? But also, I don't care if you're in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Use a local person there, right? It doesn't matter where that you are. Local is a good thing.
That's a real place, too.
Yeah, I know it is. I know it is. Use a local person to get that done. So that's tip number one.
I hate to live there because of spelling.
It's just going to benefit them, right? It's just totally going to, I couldn't spell it either. It's just totally going to benefit you. So that's tip number one. You got tip number two.
Okay, so choose, this is because this is the big one.
Right.
Choose your neighborhood carefully. And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all.
Oh, no.
Just go ahead and get that out of the way. I'm not saying that in a bad way at all.
No.
But, I mean, you want to know, I've had this happen recently where people go there in the evenings and the nights and the house that they go look at's great.
Right.
When they go back the next day to look at it in the daytime, they didn't realize that, you know, they
got close to the neighbors or whatever. What was next door?
We had almost a junkyard. You know what I mean? Not again. If that's what if your neighborhood's okay with that, them people it bothered them.
Right.
They didn't want a lot of junk cars and campers sitting right next door to them. So that bothered them. Right. So that's what I'm saying. One thing that you can't do is really, you can. I guess you could, but I don't know that you'd want to.
Right.
Is you don't want to pick up your house and move it.
Right.
So make sure that, you might go there and not know that there's a high school behind you.
Sure.
The marching band comes out and you're a day sleeper. The marching band comes out every day in the parking lot.
Right.
And blasts Rocky Top back there behind you.
Absolutely.
So they might be an EMS station.
Right.
That's got sirens going off all the time.
Absolutely. Train tracks.
Did you see I saw this on Facebook the other day, but there was a guy in somewhere, and this has nothing to do with this in a way, but he lived right next door to an airport, so it's like he had planes coming in right over his house all the time, and like the landing strip was like 50 yards,
his backyard.
And so he took the whole top of his house and painted "Welcome to Cleveland."
Oh, wow.
And they was in like Michigan.
Oh, okay.
So it was messing with the people.
Yeah, that was
as they flew in, they was thinking, "Hey, we're in Cleveland," you know.
That's something you do. That's like something you would do. Right.
So, but again, that's things you can't change. So again, check out. You might not like dogs, and the neighbor might have a kennel over there. Yeah. With coon dogs barking all night long.
Right, and I'll go even deeper than that as far as like the neighborhood. See about, again, what's your commute like in the morning, what were the evenings, or whenever you go to work. Check that out. Check out the school systems. Check out, again, those kind of things. The likelihood, again, especially if you're talking about a first-time home buyer, the likelihood, again, of you moving from this house later on, there's a good probability you're going to do that. So you use all of those things to formulate, again, is that going to help me or hurt me on my resale values, so on and so forth, getting those things. Again, sometimes it is what's right there on you or the neighborhood itself that have the amenities that you want. Again, you may want those type of things that you may want, for example, like Turner's Landing, those places, they got a walking trail. You've got some communities that are gated. You have some communities that have security. You have a lot of different things. So you want to check all of that out as far as your neighborhood goes. To see, does it have everything that I'm looking for in my neighborhood? And so that can be just so broad that you want to check that out, though. The first house I ever made or ever bought, I totally didn't check the neighborhood out at all, And again, not that it was bad. I just didn't. Every time I looked at it, it was of the night, just like what you said, because I worked of the day. I bought it in the fall, so it was dark at 5:30, and I didn't check the neighborhood, never even thought to. But again, that's something that you want to do. I agree wholeheartedly when you do these things. Yes,
and Charlotte just said, and I had this on my thing, but I forgot to. But like crime, you want to know about if it's a crime area.
And you can call. Call
the police department. They will tell you if they get calls out there a lot.
Yep.
But check on that, because that's obviously one thing you would like to know. But so there was something else I was going to say.
And again, each little scenario is different. You know what I mean? There's different things, amenities.
I know what I was going to say, because if we're talking about especially like a first time home buyer here, like you said, check your commute. A lot of times they get excited and say, "Oh, here's the house that I love. This is it." And then after so long, they don't realize, okay, this is 45 minutes to an hour away from my work.
Yeah.
And so that drive gets really old after a while, and they go from loving their house to, I still love it, I just wish it was here.
Right.
So check that out.
Yeah.
Check out your commute time. How close are you to amenities?
Right.
What
you like to do, shopping, grocery shopping.
Yeah. How long is it going to take me to get to a grocery store?
Yeah, all of those things. I think you got to look into that and take all of that in consideration. And you wouldn't think, well, we live in Morristown, we live in the Lakeway area. It's not that we're so populated and all those things. If you've ever come through Morristown from 7 a.m. in the morning, 7:30 a.m. in the morning to 9 a.m., you can definitely tell, like when school's in session, when school's not in session, because the traffic, which adds time to your commute, depending upon where you're going, school zones, all those things. Again, that's just stuff. Check those things out.
Whenever I'm the road superintendent, I'm going to change the way Morristown's routed, and I'll have us just zipping through here.
Gotcha. You'll have it all figured out.
Governor.
If you've just joined
Governor
us,
in Morristown?
I don't have a clue. If you just joined us, which I know a couple people have, we want you to play along 2 things with us today. We're giving away circus tickets right here on the show. We're going to give away 4 of them, or a couple more if you need.
Yeah, if you need more, let us know.
You just let us
Don't
know.
Say you need
all right,
44.
how many that you need. You can come right here to the office and get them. We want to take your picture, by the way, and put you on this show.
That's right.
A picture of you winning the tickets on this show. But here's what you have to do. Like the video, share the video, and guess a number between 1 and 100. The person closest to that number, or the one that guesses that number, is going to win 4 tickets that we're going to give away right here in just a few minutes. Second thing we want you to do, would you rather have cold cereal or hot oatmeal for breakfast in the morning? That's what we want to hear from you guys. We're currently talking about 3 tips for first-time home buyers, or any home buyers, as far as that goes. We gave you 2. The first one was work with local professionals. The second one is choose your neighborhood properly and carefully. Here's the third one. And this one's becoming bigger and bigger as technology takes over the world.
Yes.
All right? But the third one is make sure that technology is working at your home and in your area. Okay?
Right.
There are in our area, your where you live is like this. It's limited on the types of services you can get as far as technology, your internet, your cable, all of those things. But there are some areas, we just sold a house like this.
Yeah.
There was no technology available. There was no sale. There was no nothing that was available there. To some people, that's a major deal. Yes. Most everybody now has got these smartphones. We've got the internet on them. Whether you got it at your home or not, you stream, you watch video, you use this. I'd say 95% of the people watching us right now are watching us holding their phone, listening to us on their phone, hearing our podcast on their phone, all of those things. You need to make sure in that area that if it's important to you, you need to make sure that that technology is working. What kind of cell service do I have?
Yeah.
Most everybody don't have home phones no more. Some people do, but the majority of people don't.
Right.
What's the cell service like? What's the internet signal like? What is all those things? But even going further than that, even the technology of the home, we've got so many smart devices now. Funny little story quickly here. I've got a security system on my home, okay? You know this, but I'm telling this for the people. Every time, 75% of the time that your car comes to my house,
yes,
your car is putting off some kind of signal
right.
that sets my security system off.
Yes.
75%
so I can't
of the
sneak
time.
over there.
There's no sneaking up. Yeah, in your car.
Right.
Now, that right there, you come see me at 2 o'clock in the morning,
yes.
and that happened, we're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's going to be a problem, but it sets the security system off. But when I say technology, I'm talking about things like that, security system. We've talked a lot here lately about Alexa and Siri and all those smart homes, all your thermostats, all those things. Make sure all that stuff is working properly, which includes your internet, your cable, all of those things that come in. That's a big deal.
And I'm going to say even about buying this smart home stuff, again, make sure that the person that you're buying this house from has their stuff erased from this smart home stuff. You don't want these security cameras where they can come back and look at their cameras.
Right.
I don't know how deep this stuff's going to go, but I'm telling you, it's going to go deep. It's going to go really deep.
Absolutely. 100%.
I mean, I think I said the other day, but like Amazon will now set packages inside your house.
Yes, I know.
You give them. They got permission to unlock your door
That's crazy.
through smart technology.
I know.
Which I still got to figure out how that you can't, because all you got to do is say you on your smart device,
right.
Or you can tell if you have an Alexa in your house.
Yeah.
You can say, Alexa, lock my front door,
right.
And Alexa will lock the front door.
Absolutely.
So who's to say that old Joe can't stand outside on the porch and say, Alexa, unlock the front door?
Right, and she does.
And she does.
Right.
They gotta say,
it's kind of crazy, right?
I'm sure there's a setup for that.
Right.
I'm not that technologically advanced, but
that's why we're telling you today, check out the technology.
Out that stuff.
Look into the technology. All those new bells and whistles and gadgets, they're good, don't get me wrong. But again, you want to check it out to see if it fits to what you
Sean.
and your family need to do. So again, that is 3 tips we've gave you today for first-time home buyers. Not only first-time, but any home buyer. Again, go back and review them real quickly. Is work with local professionals. Check out the neighborhood carefully that you're going to be potentially moving into. And the third thing is make sure that the technology, your internet, your phone, your cable, all of those things, smart technology inside the home, make sure all of that is working properly for you.
We thank each and every one of you for listening to today's podcast. Tune in for future episodes by subscribing to our channel and get the latest and greatest real estate information right here on Lakeway Area Real Estate Talk Live, presented by Elite Realty Group. Until next time, have a great and blessed day.